Hello Hill-Rennie. I run ohsomanycrafts.blogspot.com as a blog. I am the New Zealand Cricut product expert, and I also have the Facebook group New Zealand Cricut. I am going to do some videos, and this is the introduction to my videos, just to let you know who I am. Thank you for watching. Now, I have got the Cricut Explore in front of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the different little things that have changed in the Explore 3. First of all, turn it on. Same button. And as you can hear, the machine connected with the computer. Now, the start button doesn't have anything on it, but it does have 4 little dots. Now, I'm not sure whether that's anything to do with Braille, but there is 4 little dots and you can feel it. The feel of the machine is quite smooth, but it's not shining. It's shiny down here and exceptionally smooth. This is beautiful. It just feels sort of kind of cuddly. The phones, if you've got your phone or your iPad, can now go up into this little channel. If I bend it forward, you might be able to see that little channel there. And your phone can sit up there and play. And I shall just show you how my phone sits up there to play with it. And I can put my phone up there now. So when I've got Cricut on my phone, which it doesn't seem to be coming up with at the moment, yes, you can see it up there, and you can actually work it from there. Now, with the Maker, you've actually got a USB port on the side. There isn't a USB port on this one, but one of the things that they have changed in this, which you haven't really seen, and that is where the cord plugs in, it's a right angle, so it comes out at a right angle so that you can actually, the cord goes along the right hand side of the machine. It doesn't go straight out from the back, so people are not inclined to push it downwards to bring it out and break things inside. Now, you can see over here there's 2 channels now, something like the Maker had. There's no cartridge adapter in here now. If you buy a cartridge, you just phone the 0800 number and they'll link it for you. Now, this I believe is fingerprint proof, and sure enough, it doesn't show my fingerprints on there. It does read Cricut Explore 3 so that you know the machine you're using, and as always you will have a number underneath the machine that will tell you what that machine's specific number is. And in order to find that, you have to lift it up and have a look underneath. I will do that a little bit later because I'll take the cords out before I do that. And what I tend to do is I put my machine number either on the back here or on the front. That way I always know which machine I'm using. I have more than one machine, and I often use other people's machines when I go to them, so it's very handy for me to have that. Now, my first thing that I've noticed in this machine is that my star wheels are not in alignment, so and actually they're quite loose, so I will have a look. You normally can move your cartridge over and it's quite good, but we'll move it back to there. That doesn't really seem to worry too much. You've got your gauges on these edges so that when your smart paper or your mat goes in, it normally used to sit underneath there. Now, of course, they have actually got this nice little groove on the lid as well, so you can sit your paper down there and feed it in. Now, I'm suggesting that when you use both your mat or your paper, your smart paper, you sit it just in front of these guys. If you feed it in from here, there's that little ridge, and it can catch on there and as you can see it'll flick up. Now if it flicks up and you don't notice it and it doesn't feed into these back guides, you're going to be in trouble. So just drop your paper in front of there. The front guides are there, but as you can see they have got a little bit of leeway, and then feed it under those back guides, and if you want it to go in, you just, oh, it's not going to let it go in. Now, why won't it let us go in? And that'll be because I haven't put it into the computer yet, and it doesn't know I'm using a new machine. So now I'm going to go back to the computer, but before I do that, I'll just show a couple of other things on here. This one, you can't pick it up by here unless you're very clever, but it has the place to put an extra blade with two in there. It's still got the magnet under here for your blades, called Alzheimer's disease when I forget my words, and it's got a nice deep compartment on this side to keep all your tools, and yes, your tools do fit in there nicely, as you can see. Right, so I'm now going to stop this video for a second because I'm going to go over to the computer and get the machine attached to the computer and the program. And at the moment we have been told that we need to set up a new project. Not a new project, a new machine. So I'm going to go up to the hamburger menu and come down and load new product setup. When I click that, it offers me the heat press or a smart cutting machine. So I select cutting machine, and I want to set up the Explore 3 so that it works for me. And I'm going to go through the pieces, and there's where you connect it, and it shows how, and then I'll go continue. Now it says the latest and greatest features, and I just select update, and it tells me that it's done, and it's registered and set to go. Now it says let's make a sticker. So I selected the little bird. This time I'm going to select the bear. Maybe I'll select the mountains. I'll select the mountains. Right, I'm going to go next, and it says confirm the blade is secure and clamp B. Clamp B, of course, is your blade clamp, and I have reset that so that it's in the right place. Insert smart vinyl under guides to the rollers. Now that's where you've got to be careful. Now step 3, press flashing load button, and you press the flashing load button, and my load button is flashing, so I'm going to go to the machine and load it in, and it will cut my design now. Once it's finished loading, it will flash, and it tells you on the screen actually that it's flashing, and it does flash on the machine. So then it says cut in progress. Now they have just updated this because it said to cut a sticker and I put in the wrong paper, so they've actually changed that so that people like me don't cut the wrong things. Now the cut is in progress at the moment. It's finished. I'm going to go next, and it says unload the sticker. So I unload that, and it then says learn more about it and start designing. So I want to start designing, so start designing. And now it works, and now I'll be able to use my machine. Hi, I'm back again, and so I will show you now how the mountains cut out, and I can see some fingerprints on there, but I'm just going to bend the paper back a little bit, the vinyl. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it very well, and it looks like I might need a pokey tool to get underneath the edge of that. And I will sticker in the background. Oh, it'll look quite good with the green. There we go. And I'm going to just place my sticker down there. Now I'm going to pick that up with anything at all, and I can just place my sticker down there. Take my mark off my notebook back here. There we go, I'll take it off. And that's the sticker that I've just cut out in the smart vinyl. I can't show you both of them because it cut so fast. I was quite surprised. But that's the finish of setting up your machine, and as you'll be able to see inside, let's go through a few things again. Number one, your number is underneath, and each machine has its own unique number. You've got your pen holder in here, and when you're putting a pen in it, make sure you open it and hold it up to put your pen or stylus in there. Make sure your blade in this one is seated, and you just need to drop it in and make sure it's seated. But if you put it in by hand, or someone else has put it in by hand, you may find that it's up a little bit, and that would be not so good because it won't cut. You've got your open button here, and on the side you've got your load button, your start button, and your pause button. I think with this machine you'd have to be very quick to pause it because sometimes it's finished to cut before you blink your eyes. So one of the things that I did notice is that when I was using this piece of vinyl, I needed 6 inches according to the machine. It took it in and it spat it back out at me. And that would have been because I cut something out of this side and it was saying, nope, that's not the one that you need. Well, that's the end of me setting up the Explore 3 and trying my first cut on it. I'm very impressed with the speed of it with the smart materials, and I will be doing some more things with that as well, so I hope you can join me for those. Thank you for joining me for this video, and that's Flo signing off, and I'll be on the go somewhere else.